Coming up on Lexington Now, open enrollment for Medicare, Lexington Leaf Collection, and Hill on Wheels. This and more up next on this week's edition of Lexington Now. I'm Sherelle Roberts, and welcome to another edition of Lexington Now, where we take a look at the news that shapes your urban county government. It's open enrollment season for seniors on Medicare, and making the decisions about all those different plans can be a bit overwhelming. But there is some help for you in making those all-important decisions.
It starts October the 15th and goes all the way through December the 7th. It's the time to look at your Part D drug plans and your Medicare Advantage plans to make sure that you are in your best option for coverage for 2016.
We provide an unbiased, free comparison of your plan each year. Our SHIP counselors are trained, and we are trained to give you the most informed decision regardless of what your decision will be in the end. We will sit and listen and answer every question and go through anything you may provide us regarding your Medicare benefits, public benefits, veterans benefits, or any other situation you may have. And we will be able to either connect you to the right agency that can help you with the information you need, or we'll do our best to find you a solution. Plans change each year. The cost of the plan, the deductible, and the cost of medications go up each year. Even if you're happy this year, it doesn't mean that you'll be happy next year. And you only get a special time to enroll, and you may be stuck in your plan for the duration of the year if you don't compare it in open enrollment.
Our center is located at 1530 Nicholasville Road. It's in the front yard of the beautiful new football stadium. You can also call them at 278-6072. We do the SHIP program, covers 30 counties, of which Fayette County is one of them. And our phone number is 1-866-516-3051. If you call that number, we're going to screen you for all the state and federal benefits that you might be eligible to receive. We will also be able to provide you with comparisons for your plans, counseling afterwards to make sure that you are making an educated decision about what plan is going to be your best option for 2016. Medicare open enrollment does end on December the 7th. Don't wait until the last week to try to compare your plans. Call the Lexington Senior Center today, or call the SHIP program today, and let us assist you in making informed, educated decisions about your plan.
For more information about Medicare enrollment assistance, you can log on to the city's website at lexingtonky.gov. It's November, and that means the city's annual leaf collection program is about to begin. Here's some information on how you can take advantage of this service.
The last couple of years we've collected around 1,500 tons of leaves, and we expect to collect that many and possibly more this year.
Leaf collection is a big job in Lexington, Fayette County, but Rob Allen says his folks are more ready than ever to get going to help residents clear the leaves from yards and streets.
The vacuum loose leaf collection program is for residents of Fayette County that get city trash pickup.
Streets, roads, and forestry workers will be vacuuming leaves Monday through Saturday for extended hours.
Several crews come by, a big vacuum machine, and suck them up. Then we transport them to our yard waste landfill where they're turned into compost. You know, it's an aesthetic thing, plus it's to keep the leaves out of the storm sewer system. We've had quite a bit of leaf drop, and what we don't want to see is those storm sewers get clogged up and we have flooding, and then the temperature drops and then you have ice.
Neighborhoods will get one visit this season, so knowing your pickup time is important. And it's being made easier thanks to a new interactive website.
Go to lexingtonky.gov/leaves, and there is a map detailing the collection areas of the city. You can type in just your street or both your house number and your street, and it'll tell you if you get collection, when that collection is scheduled for. But we're also going to have a feature on that map as similar to what they do for garbage collection, that's going to tell you leaf collection is on time, has been delayed by the weather. Plus, this map is going to contain information as far as streets we've completed, where we're at, and where we're going.
Allen reminds citizens that only leaves should be piled up for pickup.
It should be leaves only, no sticks, debris, dead critters, garbage. You know, those things are a hazard to the workers and can also damage the equipment.
And if you miss a pickup or don't have one scheduled, no worries. There are still ways to get rid of your fallen leaves.
They can take their leaves out to the Haley Pike landfill. They certainly can use the yard waste bags, so they get coupons for free bags if they call LexCall 311, and of course their Lenny continues their year-round pickup schedules.
For more information, you can log on to the city's website, lexingtonky.gov/leaves. Lexington's Division of Parks and Recreation and Division of Social Services have often combined to provide opportunities for those with disabilities. And now there's a new opportunity at the Charles Young Center.
The goal of the Charles Young Center has always been to be a place where people of all ages are welcomed, regardless of disability.
We want to make sure the community is served. Now, in order to do that, we have to make sure that we are looking at needs. And when you present this individual for a program to start here, it was a blessing. Now we have inclusions for people with certain needs.
Those needs extend to offering opportunities to people in wheelchairs to take part in activities most of us take for granted.
We wanted to host some clinics to try to get some interest for individuals that have special needs or varying disabilities for their athletic talent, to see if they wanted to pursue playing basketball or different sports.
The role of the Charles Young Center in facilitating recreation for people with disabilities has really expanded in recent years, and Cindy Jacobelli of Easter Seals Cardinal Hill tells us what a blessing this has been.
Being here at the Charles Young Center and kind of working with Parks and Rec here in Lexington has been such a benefit and a great addition for our wheelchair basketball program. In the past, we've been kind of piecemealing gyms all around the state, just saying, you know, if you have a gym, let us play. And having this location has been just a dream, just something we've been looking for years, and now we have it and we're thrilled.
The Charles Young Center is now home to Hill on Wheels, a competitive co-ed wheelchair basketball team. Coach David Hartsick explains how players can get involved.
We have a free night that you can just come in and scrimmage and everything and all that. And then we have a night where it's structured, where we're actually working on development skills and everything. And I'm watching players, see what they can and can't do, evaluating them, so I know when I put them in a situation that they're comfortable and they're confident that they're going to be able to do that. And we develop players as their skill level, as I see, you know, that they need to work on different things, and give them things to work on when they're not on the court. When they come here, I like to see what they can do and evaluate them, see how we can help them out become better players.
Mason Wilson is the type of player Coach Hartsock is talking about. The former competitive player tells us a little bit about wheelchair basketball and who it is for.
This chair is set up with a lot more camber, which is the slant of the wheels. It gives more stability, enables you to turn a lot quicker. It's also set up with a wheel in the back, which helps as far as keeping you from flipping backwards. You can still flip backwards, but it helps. Players range from all injuries. You could have a knee injury and still be able to play. A doctor would have to check you out and say yes, he's eligible for wheelchair basketball.
Anyone with permanent lower physical disabilities such as leg amputees, people with spinal cord injury, or with spina bifida, for example, is eligible. And regardless of your skill level, the folks at Charles Young Center want you to get involved.
It's a lot of fun, so everybody come out Tuesdays and Thursdays at Charles Young Center. Check us out.
For more information, you can visit the city's website, lexingtonky.gov. And coming up after the break, we'll tell you about some important improvements to 911.
Rainwater that washes down our storm sewers goes directly into our creeks and streams, taking with it what's on the ground. So if you leave a little litter or pet waste on a sidewalk near Versailles Road, it goes into Wolf Run Creek. Don't trash the bluegrass.
Did you know, as a citizen of Lexington and Fayette County, you can view archived council meetings, special GTV3 programs, and various other meetings on the web at lexingtonky.gov. You can also watch meetings and events live via streaming. Just go to lexingtonky.gov and click on the GTV3 button in the lower right-hand corner. By pressing this button, it will take you to GTV3's live and archived video page. Click either the live button or the archived video button. Press the live video button to watch live streaming of programs or meetings. Press the Archive button and scroll through the list to watch past meetings or GTV3 programs. Discover government at work through transparency and effective communications, provided by the Division of Government Communications. Visit lexingtonky.gov or call LexCall 311 for more information.
Welcome back to the show. When you call 911, you expect someone to pick up the phone as soon as possible and get you the help you need. And that's why 911 Director Robert Stack is making some small changes to 911 operations that are making a big difference.
911 is serious business,
which involves high stress and life or death situations that must be handled quickly and correctly.
Okay, we'll send somebody over there to check it out, okay?
In order to make sure the hundreds of thousands of yearly 911 calls are properly handled, 911 Director Robert Stack is implementing some changes.
So has it been busy this morning?
It's been steady, but not too bad.
Not too bad for a Monday morning.
Right.
Which are aimed at improving customer service and quality control.
These workers have a very narrow time period to get the call answered, to get it dispatched. A minute and a half at most. That's the golden window of what we'd like to see.
But speed doesn't mean sacrificing quality. Efficiency in operations is key.
Do we capture the information that is required for a call? Do we show empathy when talking to someone who's calling as a victim of crime? Do we capture the location where this event is occurring? Because that's probably the most important thing we've got to get from the beginning is, where are you? Especially in the digital age where most people are calling from a cell phone today versus a landline.
Stack says getting the basics on the 911 level
And your first name?
and then sending police or fire to gather the rest of the essential information on scene is key, because
in 911 there's always more calls coming in behind the one we're dealing with.
Thank you for holding. Have you been helped?
Stack says the changes 911 is making ensures that those people will quickly find a helpful voice on the other line.
911 has really looked closely at how we do our job.
To do that, STAC has launched customer service and quality control measures across the board.
First and foremost, if they don't get it right, there's certainly the possibility that either the public or the responders could get hurt, and it's important that we get it right the first time.
Each worker is monitored and coached regularly.
Getting a true sense of, are they doing it professionally, consistently, are they getting what they need? And then once we've done that process, we sit down with the call taker dispatcher and say, here's how we observed you on this day.
Observations are unannounced and are done in different ways.
So it's been busy this morning?
It's been steady, but not too bad.
Not too bad for a Monday morning.
Right.
It's important that the call takers and dispatchers not know what day they're being observed or listened to, so it can be done from sitting beside them, or it can be done remotely from the position behind me. So it's important to see how they truly do their job when they don't think they're being observed.
This process allows problems to be corrected and great work to be praised.
Thank you for holding. Have you been helped?
Now, occasionally we're going to catch wrong, and when we do, we deal with it. But we want them to know we're out trying to catch them doing the right thing and promote that. There's a lot of calls day to day that most people don't know that were just really intense. A lot of angst that goes with them and a lot of stress, but we hear somebody who just remains a calm, cool demeanor all through that call.
Okay, we'll send somebody over there to check it out, okay?
And we call those out. We also give director's commendations to people that just do exemplary work. And also on a basic level, we have some just thank you cards we send people just so they have something at their workstation that we noticed. We saw what you did or we heard what you did and we noticed that. And thank you very much.
For more information, you can log on to the city's website. It's lexingtonky.gov. Lexington Police Sergeant Ann Welch has been involved with the Boy Scouts Brave the Blue fundraiser for many years. Initially, she joined the program for a personal reason, and now she's branching out to help others in the community.
When you first start up at the top, you have a rope that hangs 410 feet down to the ground. Usually I stand and watch and panic for the person that's doing the rappelling. You're way ahead of me!
But this year, Lexington Police Sergeant Ann Welch decided to brave the blue by rappelling down the Fifth Third Bank building because her son Tanner asked.
It was our 4th year as the team going down the building.
This tradition of scaling the big blue building started at a really rough time for Welch and her family.
My son Tanner was diagnosed with brain cancer in 2011. And in 2012, we were approached by the Boy Scouts. They had asked if we would want to participate, and instead of the money going to the Boy Scouts, they agreed that in our case, whatever money that we were able to raise would go to Tanner. We were so grateful for that opportunity that first year because the medical expenses were just unbelievable.
By next year's Brave the Blue, most of Tanner's bills were paid. So Welch and her family decided to raise money again, but this time for other kids battling cancer.
Tanner decided the second year that he wanted to see the money go to some programs that benefited him when he was actually going through his treatment.
This time, Welch's team is raising funds for Jarrett's Joy Cart, a service which provides toys for sick hospitalized kids, and also Eagle Mount Big Sky Kids.
It's a camp out in Montana. It's beautiful, 10 days. They take children with cancer, and one parent gets to go as well, and they get to go spend 10 days in Montana, kind of learning that they can be a kid after treatments.
Welch says her son's willingness to help others makes her proud.
As a mom, that's very important to raise a child and into a man that thinks about other people and tries to take care of other people. So I'm very proud of him.
For more information about how you can join Sergeant Welch in her fundraising effort, you can log on to the city's website, lexingtonky.gov. And also on the city's website and throughout the government communications family, you can find tips on traffic, especially in the mornings with our show, Crosstown Traffic. It airs live weekday mornings from 6:30 to 8:30 and gives you the most up-to-date traffic news and even a street view with our live cameras so you can see where the delays are before you even leave the house. Remember, that's Crosstown Traffic only on GTV3. Now, here's a look at this week's lane closure report. Remember, you can get traffic updates 24/7 by following us on Twitter. Our handle is @LexRex. Well, now that the Breeders' Cup is over, business continues to trot along in City Hall. Here's a quick look at what's on the schedule, but for a complete listing of meetings and events, you can log on to the city's website. It's lexingtonky.gov. That's all for this edition of Lexington Now. We'll return next week with more news from your urban county government, but in the meantime, you can keep up with what we're doing by following us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. For the staff and producers at GTV3, I'm Sherelle Roberts, and that's it for now.